I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the mountains of Pikes Peak to the nice plains of Middle Tennessee, the Right Lane Cup Series returns for its 9th round of season number 2 here at Nashville Speedway, the Music City as it's known. We are going to watch 42 drivers take 75 laps around this little over a mile and a third racetrack. The fans are all ready and raring to go. The drivers are ready and raring. So this is the largest track we go to that has a concrete surface, and it will prove very interesting in today's race. We'll go ahead and get you your starting lineup. Logan Cloud, surprised all with a pole here today. Number 89 Ford sits right on the pole, right over Henry Thomas in row number 2. Down LaPrade and Taylor Frey take 3rd and 4th. Nick Breeding and Samuel England get 5th and 6th. The Spa cars have gotten all in the top 10 with Aiden Smith in 8th and Lane Sanders in 10th. Vince Freeze, your champion, will take 9th with RJ Bishop in 7th. Ryan Reed takes the second highest running Dodge. James Ellison will be in the 12th position. You have Alexander Rowe, your Rookie of the Year leader, in the 13th position. But you're going to look all the way back down here for your points leader as Alexander Phoenix and Joseph Strigley. Or not Joseph Strigley, Jeffrey Finguy. Both your two favorites for the championship had terrible qualifying efforts. Phoenix and co. had failed tech. An impressive 4 cars failed tech today, including the 2 Revolution cars that will be going to the rear. You're looking back here, Miles Mashburn will be making his first start in the Right Lane Cup Series, and everybody's ready and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get you trackside and get that command ready so that everybody can start the engines and get the race underway.
Here to give the command to start the engines, please welcome tonight's Grand Marshal, owner of Larson's Automotive in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Pete Larson.
Drivers, start your engines!
What a way forward for Logan Cloud. He was able to grab yet another pole. Cloud has not been on the radar for the Right Lane Cup Series since his win last year at Iowa after he snagged it last lap after Ben McDonald's spin. But he's got a pole here. I believe they have a strong car. Henry Thomas is to his outside. But Pontiac seems to be the talk of the day. We have 5 of the top 10 are Pontiacs, so we'll see how that goes. The pace car pulls in. Logan Cloud and Henry Thomas are going to bring us down to the green. They're in the restart zone now. The green flag is out. The 9th round of the Right Lane Cup Series is underway here in the Music City. Going off in the turn number 1, turn number 2, Henry Thomas is going to use that outside line to his advantage. He and Cloud are side by side going down the back straightaway. Cloud's going to try to keep it on Henry Thomas's quarter panel. Thomas tried to clear, but Cloud was there. It's going to be a drag race to get back to the line. Remember, you get a bonus point for leading laps. You get 2 bonus points for leading the most. It's going to be Logan Cloud getting his first bonus points of the year. Lap number 1 is complete. Here comes Dunn LaPrade. LaPrade has not been up front at all season. The 4th Spa car. He's going to try to get up here as well. Thomas slipping back on the outside a little bit. Nick Breeding is to his inside. That's going to allow, Thomas almost got put 3 wide by Taylor Frey. He is going to get put 3 wide by Taylor Frey. Frey's to his inside. Look at Samuel England going from top to bottom, trying to make it 4 wide. Cloud continues to lead, but they have a breakaway. The top 2, will Dunn LaPrade be able to size him up? Looking back through the field, things are still 3 wide back there. Lane Sanders got kicked to the outside. James Ellison's behind him. That's Ryan Reed trying to stay there. use the middle line to his advantage. A couple of more breeding cars are moving into the top 10. That includes Ben McDonald, Charles Sanford, and rookie Major Robinson. Major Robinson is new into this car. He has been Breeding Starcom's developmental driver after Chrome Lawson has been booted from that number 45 team. But Robinson trying to do well here. He is up into the top 20 now. But he is probably the fourth of the 4 breeding cars up here, because the leader, his boss, is Nick Breeding. He's in the top 5 and looks at the inside. Here comes Dunlaprad. Going down to the inside, trying to pass the 89 of Logan Cloud. It did not work. Got stuck on the inside. Taylor Frey trying to bring that Venmo Dodge up to the front. Taylor Frey has been doing a very good job for himself this season. Being on Giotto's bright spot, they're doing extremely well. You have Henry Thomas there. You have Nick Breeding and Samuel England. 2 Spa cars doing so well. Hell, look at Aiden Smith in the 40. 3 of the 4 Spa cars are up in the top 10. This is an unusually good day for Spa. They had a good qualifying effort and are doing so well. Look at this pass for the lead. Dunlaprad to the inside of Logan Cloud. Cloud's going to try to hang it on the outside of the 41. This is going to stack the whole field up. Frey tried going bottom. Thomas is already there. Dunlaprad gets his first lap sled of the season. My bad. The second lap sled of the season. He led at Daytona. Laprad trying to dig himself out of a very deep spot on owner's points. To his outside is Cloud. Frey is there. Thomas to the inside. Frey looking to put him 3 wide. Ooh, contact with Frey and Thomas. That was almost near disaster coming out of turn 4. Cloud used the run. He's going to try to cross over the 41. Dunlaprad blocks the inside. And what a mess behind them. 5 cars under a blanket going into turn number 1. Vince Freeze joins the fray in that number 9 team. The champion doing his best to get more points, trying to get back into the championship fight. Meanwhile, look at this. Nick Breeding to the inside. He's going for 3rd. Breeding trying to get his 2nd win of the year. Trying to get another top 5 of the year. But he's got a very hungry group of guys behind him. Samuel England trying to get to his inside. We heard a car hit the wall going into turn 1. I believe that was Henry Thomas. But man, this is looking like a battle between Cloud and Dunlaprad. And the rest of the top 10 has joined them again. Ryan Reed has led Alexander Rowe, the rookie. RJ Bishop and Lane Sanders back up here. Ben McDonald, Charles Sanford back here. James Ellison and Justin Henley. A pair of the Crossroad Racing cars. They're just outside the top 15. Ryan Griffin is there in 17th. Griffin Lapel McDermott is 18th. Luke Martin 19th and Major Robinson is 20th. Looking back through here, DJ Curtis, Joseph Shrigley fighting to get into the top 20. Kyle Schustrai, the rookie for 555 Engineering, is up here in 23rd. There is Jeff Bolton, new to this 11 team. Bolton is a mid-race season replacement for Zoe Billson. Jesse Turner's back here with Derek Hamill. There's Rhodes Gray, the 3rd Crossroads car. Rumors abound about them switching manufacturers and a name change, a rebrand perhaps. The owners have refused to confirm or deny these rumors. You see, there's Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy had a terrible qualifying effort. And you see it there. He is trying everything he can do to get up here, but things have been slow going. I believe he started up at 32nd or so, and he's just up to 28th. Peter Onjack is there. There's J.D. Martin and Zachary Fitzwater. Carson Green in his 2nd start for his new single car operation. The Jasper Racing team, they had a very good start last week, only for mechanical problems to sideline their day. Back here we have Stanley Andrews. Luke Evans is back here as well. A.F. Walsh. Mac Johnson is back here. You have Asher Evelyn and Christian Vargas, the 2 Revolution cars. Alexander Phoenix had a terrible qualifying start too. He's back. The points leader is back here in 39th place. Miles Mashburn making his first Right Lane Cup Series start in this Crossroads 4th car. the number 8 Milwaukee Tools Chevrolet, and Julio Cesar rounds out your field. But the top two, we've noticed they have been able to separate themselves from the field, and now it's Henry Thomas and Dunn LaPrade. LaPrade has been able to hold Thomas at bay, and you're noticing here the rest of the field is just stuck side by side. Samuel England has got to be furious now. He has been stuck behind somebody trying to get into the top 3. Cloud runs the outside. Frey runs the inside line. Frey just seems to be so good on the inside that Cloud is able to lose ground but then gain it back. You saw there England try to cut low on the 15. And Taylor Frey, I think, deserves a lot of credit. That team, we spoke to Frey after last week, and we asked him what he thought of this team, how they were being so successful. And he said they have a right combination, and he believes that everybody at that personnel, because we spoke, Frey and Onjack did not change their personnel from season 1. They believe that would help build this team. And clearly it has, because Frey has been running top 10, just outside the top 10. He's just outside the top 10 in points. Or, excuse me, I believe he's 18th or so in points. But he has had top 10 run after top 10 run to back it up. He was super consistent. He was in the top 10 in points to start this season, but has just slowly drifted backwards. But maybe they'll be able to get on the right trajectory again. Of course, look who's here. It's Alexander Rowe, your Rookie of the Year stand points leader. And I have to give Rowe a lot of credit, too. He has been driving like crazy. He has been doing everything he can do to get up here, because Luke Martin has started putting a serious damper on his Rookie of the Year award. Mind you, he won the Daytona 500, and MB2 Motorsports has been very strong, but Rowe has slipped back these last couple of weeks. It's allowed Luke Martin to close a gap in on him. And I'm sure, and Rowe and co have been trying to regroup. And you saw Logan Cloud, your pole sitter, he was able to escape that group of cars. He's now trying to chase down the top 2. He's about a second and a half back. And looking in the top 10, latter half of the top 10, there's 3 Spa cars. Lane Sanders is here. So is Samuel England and Aiden Smith. Aiden Smith, how about this for that number 40 car? He has been trying everything he can do to do well in this car. This is a 4th Spa car that they brought on for this season. It has not gone according to plan at all for them. And Smith has been trying. We asked Aiden Smith after Pikes Peak about all these struggles, and he said this is a building season. He expects to be back in that 40 car next season, which is good for him, because there are rumors around his teammate who is currently leading the race, Dunn LaPrade. The rumors are abound that Dunn LaPrade might leave Spa and go elsewhere, which, considering how his performance now, Spa may want to reconsider that, but it has not been smooth sailing for Dunn LaPrade at all. He has just been down in the dumps all season. I believe he's 35th in points coming into this race. He was in go home at one point. But for LaPrade, this will be a huge statement for this team, and a huge boost of momentum if they could be able to win this race. But we're only on lap 21. We're only almost a third of the way through, so we'll see. Now the top 5 have seemed to sort themselves out. Alexander Rowe has slipped through. He's going after Logan Cloud again. Taylor Frey's back to 5th spot. And then you have Samuel England and Lane Sanders trying to deal with Vince Freeze. Ryan Reed is in 9th. Ryan Reed's trying to have a good run, doing everything he can do to win. And that team, Little Falls Motorsports, they have been on an up and down season. They had qualifying on lockdown to start the season, but now it just seems that they just cannot figure out how to get things going. Charles Sanford is now into the top 10. Sanford, likewise, a very quiet season, just in the typical Charles Sanford fashion. And it is thought that breeding Starcom might keep him next season. Sanford it's been rumored he's been looking at other options. But now you see Rowe has gotten past the 89 car of Logan Cloud. Cloud slipping back to 4th. He might slip back to 5th here. Then you have Samuel England back to 6th. He's running up on this group. And this might be the time he finally gets past that 15 car. Well, it's lap 24 of the 9th round of the season here at Nashville. Dunlop Pratt is your leader. Henry Thomas has been on his hide the entire time. The Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, race number 9 at Nashville. We'll be right back right after this.
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No, no, don't floor it.
Floor it?
No, 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 don't floor it.
Okay, floor it!
For every turn, a twist. For every start, an untimely finish. For every win, someone who loses it. For every number, a nation. For every celebration, a brawl. For every split second, years of work. For every heaven, a hell. For every good old boy, a good old girl. For every curse, a prayer. For every ounce of order, a jug of chaos. For every twist, there's a turn.
The fight is still on here at Nashville. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, Race 9 at the Music City. Dunlop Pratt and Henry Thomas have been squabbling over this lead for the last 20 or so laps. Thomas has not let Dunlop Pratt go, but now they have brought a new player into the fold. That is Thomas's teammate, Alexander Rowe. Never mind, they're pitting. The 2MB2 cars are in the pit lane. Pit stops are happening. There goes Logan Cloud. We'll see who else joins them. That's 3 of the breeding cars. Luke Martin is there. Fitzwater, Taylor Frey. Dunlop Pratt continues to stay out. This squandered any chance for anybody in the lower half of the top 10 to try to grab bonus points. LaPrade might be in this lap. We'll see here. It he is. Here comes LaPrade. Let's see if anybody stays out. Samuel England does stay out. He's going to try to get a bonus point and lead a lap. Dunlop Pratt currently holds the most lap led bonus. You get 2 bonus points if you lead the most laps. There's LaPrade coming in. You got Logan Cloud. Vince Freeze is there. Taylor Frey. Lane Sanders is here. Ryan Reed and Aiden Smith are here as well. Looking back through the latter half of the field coming in. There's Jeffrey Finn guy is on pit road. Alexander Phoenix. There goes Asher Evelyn and Christian Vargas. Here's Samuel England into the pit lane. I believe this will bring the last wave of cars. That's the 43 of Luke Evans, the 8 of Miles Mashburn. There's Alexander Rowe. He was the first car off of the pit lane. He beat his teammate Henry Thomas, who had a terrible pit stop. We'll see how this cycles the lead out. Man, what a land rush coming out of the pit lane that is. There's Vince Freeze. There is Dunlop Pratt. LaPrade is going to try to hold on to his lead, but the 10 car of Rowe has momentum. We'll see what the rookie can do. Man, he had to lift for the corner. Here comes Dunlop Pratt. He's got to warm his tires up. The 3 Pontiacs have inverted their positions up here in the top 5. Alexander Rowe will lead them now. Looking back through here. Man, now Thomas and Dunlop Pratt are back fighting again. These two are now, instead of fighting for the lead, it's now a fight for second. But I don't think LaPrade is going to let Thomas go. But this might be a 2-stopper, ladies and gentlemen. They pitted on lap 32, 33, 34. So they will absolutely have to pit again. But right now, Rowe is going to have to build as much of a lead as he can. If he can undercut, he might be able to win. A fight for second is on again. Here's Dunlop Pratt to his inside as Henry Thomas. These two are going to fight all over again. Side by side in the turn one. LaPrade trying a really high entry there. And you see it there. Thomas to his inside trying to hold him off. Looks like Thomas will get the second position finally. So MB2 is in the top 2 spots. Maybe not. LaPrade tries a crossover to his inside. LaPrade is going to keep the second spot. Thomas is going to try that same entry, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it work. He's going to hold it right up there, but it looks like LaPrade is going to keep it to him. Meanwhile, behind them, this is a fight between teammates as well. Luke Martin is trying to get past his teammate Vince Freeze, but look who's in the fight. It's Ben McDonald. Ben McDonald? We have not seen him all race. That number 16 team is doing everything they can do. He's slowly moved up through the field, and now Ben McDonald's trying to get into the top 5. He almost put the 2 Fitzwater Australia cars 3 wide. There's Taylor Frey. Griffin Label McDermott is up here in the top 10. How about this? The only multi-time race winner this year. He won back-to-back races. There's Logan Cloud, your pole sitter in 9th. Zachary Fitzwater has ascended into the top 10. He was deep, deep in the field. But I believe he pitted early and he was able to avoid all this traffic. Meanwhile, up front, though, look, somebody has gotten past second place. Henry Thomas is up through to second. Now he's going to set sights on his teammate. Henry Thomas is the only MB2 Motorsports driver to not win this season. And he has come close so many times. And Thomas has been frustrated. He believes that team can win several races this year. And they can be a championship caliber team. But we're going to see it now. He's going to have to start making a run at the championship. We're all about halfway here in a couple of laps. We're past halfway. Excuse me. And looking back in the back of the pack, here's some cars that had terrible pit stops. Jeff Bolton had a terrible pit stop. Nick Breeding, they had a problem with the right front tire, and that messed up Breeding's pit stop. Major Robinson was very slow coming down the pit lane. They thought they were blowing up on the 45. Nick Martinez is back here. There's Julio Caesar, who has not been able to climb at all. And we notice further up, it looks like RJ Bishop has got damage to the right side of his race car. We'll get a story on that. But Bishop's currently running in the 33rd position. Christian Vargas is there. There's DJ Curtis. James Ellison was in the top 15. He slipped back. Phoenix has moved up to the 26th position. That's probably the highest he's been all day. Your points leader not having a good day here in the Music City. Justin Henley's there. There is Luke Evans. Carson Green having a good run over Lane Sanders. There's Asher Evelyn rebounding for starting last in the 21st. There's Jeffrey Finguy. Miles Mashburn starting deep in the field. He is having a good debut. There is a pair of Hondas. That is Derek Hamill and Ryan Griffin, 17th and 18th. There's Ryan Reed in the 16th spot. J.D. Martin is the highest running Honda. This has been a surprise to be sure, running in the 15th spot. And rumor mill has still abounds about the lack of J.D. Martin next year. They think Martin will be sacked from this 96 car. But we'll see. There is Aiden Smith, the rookie from Spa, a solid day in the 14th spot. Charles Sanford is back to 13th. There's Rhodes Gray. Samuel England is back to 11th. Zachary Fitzwater is 9th. 10th. Logan Cloud's 9th. And look at this. Griffin Lapel McDermott has run down Taylor Frey. This is going to be for the 7th spot. Ben McDonald has slipped back away from the top 5. He's going to hold the 6th spot all on his own. There is Luke Martin. He is in the 5th position. There is Vince Freeze. Your champion is in 4th and eating a good top 5 day. Dylan LaPrade is 3rd, and the leaders are all together again. The rookie Alexander O may have burnt his stuff up too early, because now he is about to be harassed by 2 other Pontiacs. Pontiac has really got it down today at the Music City. They had 5 cars started in the top 10. Currently, they have 3 in the top 5. And these three cars, I believe this will be their race to lose. But I've been looking at the time sheet the last couple of laps. These two Fords, the Fitzwater Australia cars of Vince Freeze and Luke Martin, they have been running down the top 5. They pitted later than everybody else. And I do believe that they will run down the top 5 here before long. But now it's a fight for the lead between teammates. Thomas to the inside. He's going to make a dive on the rookie Rowe going into turn number 1. Thomas tries for it. Rowe gives him room. LaPrade is on Thomas's back bumper. Coming back to the line. Rowe still holds the lead, but Thomas is on his door. Going into turn number 1 again. Henry Thomas doing everything he can do to try to get this lead back. He wants to win so badly, even at the cost of his own teammate. Look who's on the scene. It's Vince Freeze. The number 9 Flex Tools Ford is all over Dunlop Pratt, who dominated the early part of this race. And man, with these leaders fighting, this could bring the rest of the field back to them. And man, look who's also here. It's Luke Martin in the 6. The rookie, your Canadian Tire winner. Maybe he can go become the first multi-winner rookie in the Right Lane Cup Series. But for now, Rowe has been able to stave off the challenge from Henry Thomas. Thomas had to lift going into turn number 1. We're going to see what happens here. Thomas is going to have to block the 41. LaPrade's got a huge run coming down the front straightaway. He dives to the inside going into turn number 1. Let's see what he's able to do with that. He's kind of bounces off the apron a little bit, gets back in line. And man, the top 5 are under a blanket, less than a second separating them. You see it here. My goodness, look at this. Look at this. They're all in a group, all lined down the front straightaway. Well, Dunlop Pratt is currently trying to get back by Henry Thomas, but it's Alexander Rowe that leads us here so far. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, Race 9 here at Nashville Superspeedway. We will be right back here in a couple laps right after this.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Sunday is race day. That's why the Domino's 555 deal is perfect. 3 medium pizzas for $5 each. I have a pizza here for Mr. Right Lane.
That's mine. You're right. Mine would be the king of Right Lane.
Really? Mine would be for the Emperor of Right Lane.
Mine would be the Czar of Right Lane.
The Grand Poobah of Right Lane.
General Velissimo of Right Lane.
El Presidente de Right Lane.
King Daddy.
You spend the day going in circles. When you earn the right to do one more, that's fuel for the soul.
The top 5 are still under a blanket. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series Season 2, Race 9 here at Nashville Superspeedway. Alexander Rowe has led for the last 20 or so laps. He's got Henry Thomas on his back bumper. Dunlop Pratt is 3rd. Luke Martin has moved past his teammate Vince Freeze into 4th. And those 2 Fitzwater Australia cars round out your top 5. This has been a very exciting race up front. Alexander Rowe and Henry Thomas have been dueling. Thomas has been dueling the leader all day, whether it be Alexander Rowe, his teammate, or Dunlop Pratt, the 41, or Logan Cloud in the 89. But the funny thing is, I believe he's only led 1 lap on the day so far. But we are expecting pit stops again here soon. They will not be able to make it again, I don't believe. As we're coming around to lap 60, we're coming to 16 laps to go. And now the front two have been able to separate themselves from the rest of the top 5. Thomas tried to launch it on the inside, but Rowe threw a block. And you're seeing it now that Rowe might be able to have this race in the bag. Thomas dives back to the inside. Dunlap-Pratt is having issues with the 2 Fitzwater Australia cars. Luke Martin trying to get past him. He's going to look to the inside. Freeze is going to stay in the middle. LaPratt up top. Look at Freeze try to jam it into the middle there. He wanted to go 3 wide and get past the 41, but it looks like he's going to be right behind him down the back straightaway as LaPratt's going to get a huge run. Meanwhile, Thomas has fallen off of the leader. Man, Martin sent it in there going into turn number 3. I cannot believe how intense this racing has been, and I've noticed a big group of cars behind them, and that's Griffin Maple McDermott up at the 6th. He has been on the rise all race. So has Ben McDonald back behind him. But Griffin Maple McDermott is up into 6th. That's Taylor Frey with him. Ben McDonald's falling back. He's got the rookie Aiden Smith to his inside. Zachary Fitzwater and Logan Cloud are in the picture. This is not what Ben McDonald wanted. He looks like he just cannot get that car to stick on the outside line. Never mind, he just blew right past the 40 car. He's going to try to hold his position. Freeze has gotten back past his teammate Luke Martin. And now Dunlap-Pratt is right back on Henry Thomas. Freeze ran a little bit of an inside line there. He might pit. He might be thinking about pitting. No, he isn't. He's just running a low line. But the pit stops are going to be happening soon. I do believe that Dunlap-Pratt is about had it with Henry Thomas. Of course, Thomas is probably thinking, you held me up for Lord knows how many laps. Now it's my turn. But we know Thomas, as hungry as he is for a win this season, he is going to try and get back to that 10 car. Thomas tries to hold the outside line. LaPratt is pitting. So is Rowe. So is Freeze. And so is Martin. Thomas is going to stay out. I don't think this is a good idea from Henry Thomas with as few laps left as it is. I think the undercut is going to win the race. Let's see how the pit stops go. Who stayed out? Looking back through here, a good portion of the top 10 stayed out. There's Griffin Maple McDermott. He's short pitted. Griffin Maple McDermott has been in before everybody else. There's Dunlap-Pratt. He was the first of the Alexander Rowe was the first car in. Here comes LaPratt out. He's going to be side by side with the 10 car. Pratt had to get through. He's going to get away. Rowe had to give way. The 2 Freeze cars. There is Martin and there is Freeze. LaPratt is back out. He's going to, I believe he will inherit the lead of the race. Where's Henry Thomas? Thomas has got to unlap himself. There he is. Thomas is coming out of pit lane right now. We'll see what this does. This could be a deciding factor. He stayed out 2 extra laps. Where are the leaders? There is LaPratt. There is Rowe. Thomas is in the same spot that Dunlap-Pratt was earlier. LaPratt is there. Thomas is holding the inside line. But look at LaPratt. He throws it on the outside line. He's going to get past. And Rowe is not going to stay with Thomas. He's trying to pass on the inside line. Absolute pandemonium here at Nashville. Luke Martin is in the mix. Where did he come from? In the 6 car, he has got fresh tires. He is going to try to go past both of these cars. I don't think the outside is going to work, Luke. Maybe it will. Martin up to the outside. He's passed Rowe for 3rd. He's going to try to pass Thomas for 2nd. Martin has got the fastest car on the racetrack. He sticks to the outside, going into turn number 1. Look at this. Thomas, I think he's got his tires finally warmed back up. Thomas complained over the radio he picked up debris coming out of the pit lane, that he could not get the car going. Martin to the inside of Thomas. He's going to get a run down him on the front straightaway. What a turn of events. Luke Martin could win this race. He's got a lot of time to make up, though. Coming to 7 laps to go. 1 second back. Martin is clear. Luke Martin is on the run of his life. He won Canadian Tire earlier this year. He's going to try to do it again. He's got to fight Dunn LaPrade. LaPrade has got to pray and hope that can hold off. They have equal tires. He's got to hope that the 6 burns up his stuff getting to him. 6 laps to go here at Nashville. Look at Dunn LaPrade. LaPrade trying to run the best line he can. Luke Martin has a second back. Thomas has been able to separate himself from Rowe and Vince Freeze. Luke Martin, I think he'll be able to gain a little bit more time. Coming back, it's 5 to go. Luke Martin cut 0.3 of a second off that time. He's going to get there. But the question is, what's he going to do when he gets there? Martin trying to run off sides of Dunn LaPrade, trying to stay out of that air. The Red Bull Ford is hot. It's hot at the best possible time. He's cut the gap again. Coming around 4 to go here at the Music City. LaPrade trying to do everything he can do to hold off the 6. Another 0.3 are off. Remember, getting up to the leader is one thing. Passing him is going to be another. This is going to be an absolutely pandemonious end, I feel. By the logic he's been doing, Martin should be down to about 1/10 between himself and the 41. He makes a huge lunge into turn number 3. He ran a little bit high, though. I think that's not going to matter. I think LaPrade burnt his stuff on the outside line. He upset his tires trying to get around the 36. 3 to go. Martin is all over the 41. What can he do? What can Dunn LaPrade do? What can Luke Martin do? You are looking at a very close finish. Martin might try the outside line that worked for him so well. He dives in high. He tries to go low. He's trying on the apron. Coming back around 2 laps to go. Martin trying everything. He's got 2 laps. I believe he's got better tires. He might be able to do it. But Dunn LaPrade, the black sheep at Spa, trying everything he can do to get around and get his first win. Samuel England has been the only winner in that team's organization. But Dunn LaPrade is trying to make it 2. His future at Spa is uncertain. But what a performance he has done coming around to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Nashville. Does Martin have anything left? Coming into turn number 1. LaPrade runs a little high. Martin is all over his back bumper. Look at this. It's inches, a game of inches between the 41 and the 6. Martin might be setting him up. He might have been saving his tires. Going into 3 and 4 for the final time. Martin dives low. LaPrade blocks, but I think Martin's going to have a better run. Here he comes. Martin's to the inside. He side drafts. It's going to be a drag race. To the line, it's going to be Dunn LaPrade. Dunn LaPrade is a Right Lane Cup Series winner. Spa gets their first win of the season by 0.04 of a second to Luke Martin, who timed his move a little too late. Unbelievable finish here at Nashville. LaPrade gets the win. Martin second. Henry Thomas will stick with another top 5. Alexander Rowe 4th. Vince Freeze 5th. Zachary Fitzwater gets a 6th over Griffin Label McDermott and Ben McDonald. Derek Hamill, where did he come from? He'll get a 9th. And J.D. Martin gets a double Honda top 10. Imagine that. But for Dunn LaPrade and that team, they've got to be absolutely amazed. And it got to be tears of joy down there. But congratulations to Dunn LaPrade, Traxxas, Pontiac, and the Sanders Performance Autosports Group on their win today. And this has been an amazing race here at Nashville. This has been the 9th round of the Right Lane Cup Series. We will get your results here in a second. Taking a look at your finishing results here. A big day for Dunn LaPrade and the entire Traxxas number 41 team. Congratulations to that group on their first win in the Right Lane Cup Series. Luke Martin, the rookie, pulls another second place finish. Good for the Red Bull team. Henry Thomas, yet another top 5 and oh so close to his first win of the year. Vince Freeze, your champion, will get in the 5th spot. Zachary Fitzwater gets all 3 of the Fitzwater Australia racing cars in the top 6. Griffin Lapel McDermott gets a 7th, Ben McDonald 8th, Derek Hamill 9th, and JD Martin with his first top 10 of the year. Looking back through here, a pair of Spa cars, 14th and 15th. Asher Evelyn recovered from last to finish 16th. Alexander Phoenix and Jeffrey Finguy will finish 17th and 18th. Logan Cloud and Ryan Griffin will round out your top 20. Christian Vargas ends up in 22nd, including with James Ellison 24th, Luke Evans 26th, and rounding out your top 30 is DJ Curtis. No DNFs today, which makes it very hard for people that had poor pit stops. That includes RJ Bishop, who had a contact on pit road. Nicky Martinez, Stanley Andrews finished back here, a pair of Raving Sunset Automotive cars. Joseph Shrigley and Nick Breeding will round out your field in 41st and 42nd. Thank you all so much for watching this amazing race. We'll see you all next week in the cornfields of Iowa. We'll see you all then. Goodbye.